I've assembled a team of 20 Minecraft players. On this Minecraft world, we're implementing the biggest survival projects in all of Minecraft. We already accomplished quite a bit, but for this project, for the first time, it felt truly impossible. Bro, what is that? That's gonna be the Mega Biome. You can already see the gigantic circle around it. 3,000 by 3,000 blocks. And now we're gonna be building on this entire area. A gigantic custom mega biome in the form of an almost endless black desert with enormous sand dunes, dragon skeletons the size of whole Minecraft mountains, and countless other elements and custom structures, which make this the first mega biome in Minecraft. This project's gonna require so many blocks, such massive farms, and so much time that I can't even really say for sure if we're gonna be able to get it done. Because today, we're not building a base. Today, we're building an entire mega biome. The first week of this project starts off pretty quietly for us. We switched to a separate creative world and we'll be prepping everything over here for the next few days, starting by designing the biome's terrain. Because without knowing which blocks the biome will need, or how many of them, or what it's generally supposed to look like, this huge build simply ain't gonna work. Therefore, we're gonna spend the next 35 hours pre-building the entire rough terrain here in Creative, and I'm gonna go ahead and give you a quick overview to show you how we did it. And keep in mind, later on we're gonna recreate all this stuff, block for block, back in survival mode. The foundation for our biome is, of course, the terrain, and since we're building a desert, we're gonna need some big sand dunes first. One of the conveniences of pre-building this in Creative is that you can use building tools like Archeon, which allowed us to create this sand dune-like terrain with just a few commands. They gave us these really smooth curves, and the sand dunes also always have a kind of an edge at the top, just like in a real desert. I don't really know why, probably because of the wind, I guess. But since we're not building a small 2x200 biome, but a 3,000 by 3,000 one, it was just about time we did that in a large area. And the server didn't like that at all. Oh, dude, this is not gonna work. Okay, please, oh, dude, how many blocks? What kind of number is that? But I guess it works, right? Huh. But in its final size, it looks way more impressive. And after a while, honestly, I've gotten completely used to it. It didn't really seem that big anymore. Which might be because I've been zipping across the whole area with 3,000 speed the whole time. But if you actually stand in the biome, you really start to realize how huge it really is. Bro, you just disappear. Before we got to texturing, we created the hole for the nether base, which is located in the middle of the biome, so it wouldn't be buried under all of that stuff later. And to do that, we went ahead and used Axiom to slightly lower the sand dunes, and ensuring that the beginnings of the ice tracks are still visible, which would otherwise just mostly run underground. And with that, it was pretty much almost done. We gave all the terrain a black color and a subtle texture, where the dunes are going to have either coal outlines or black concrete powder outlines, depending on whether there's shadow or light in that area. But since the desert seemed a little bit too empty with just the sand, we also went ahead and added some rocks and boulders. And here we use a little trick because these rocks are actually just terrain generated with Archeon, this time a little bit more mountainous, and we simply overlap the rocky terrain with the sand dune terrain so that only the peaks stick out everywhere. But of course, it still looks completely ugly, kind of like mold. So in the end, we manually deleted about 60% of the rocks, which made it look a little bit more natural. And we also gave the rocks a little texture. And yeah, you can believe your eyes. Deep slate coal ore in the rocks. And with that, we've successfully pre-designed our entire terrain for the Mega Biome. We're gonna build all of this back in survival mode. Bro, I really don't know if we're gonna be able to pull it off, because all of this you see here is really just the terrain for now. For everybody wondering, where's all the skeletons? Where do we have all the structures? We're gonna do all that later. The plan for now is just to design the basic terrain with all of the building tools and stuff, so it at least covers the majority of the blocks we're gonna need, so we can finally start farming in survival mode before we start building all these extras. Some of y'all are probably wondering, okay, yeah, cool, we got our biome here, but how are we actually gonna get it into survival mode? Pretty simple. We're gonna be using a very helpful mod for that, being the Light Medica mod. So as you can see, we can use it to just scan an area, then you've got it in like a box, and then you can save it. And then we have an exact replica of the area we just scanned, but just as a hologram. And the best part about it is, we even get a material list with all the blocks listed that we need. There's a couple too many here because we didn't hollow out the area. But yeah, following this principle, we'll hopefully be able to build it the same way in survival. And that finally finishes the terrain. And now we're just gonna have to farm all of these blocks back in survival. Bro, I'm kinda scared to open up that material list. I'm scared. Mega Biome material list. How many blocks do we have? It's lagging. Bro, what's that number? 9.7 million blocks. Dude, these numbers are always so insane. I always gotta count the digits first. Bro. 3.5 million black wool is the item we're gonna need the most of. Crazy, I actually thought it would be completely different actually. And we can't forget, the 9.7 million blocks is just the terrain. There's nothing really on it yet. It's really just rock and sand, that's it. And that's already almost 10 million blocks. Just so you understand how wild this actually is, we spent over a year building our world record-breaking Overworld Mega Base, and that's 13 million blocks. Hey, maybe you could actually go ahead and leave a like to support this huge-ass project, huh? Bro, 9,800 deep slate coal ore. So, we got a lot of work ahead of us, and the very first thing we're gonna do, as with every other project, and especially important with this one, we're gonna go ahead and build a little storage area. In this storage here, we're gonna be able to organize all the blocks we need. We have several chests. We also have an item wall that lists all the blocks and their quantities. There are only 13 of them, but they definitely don't play around. And this is the most important location throughout the entire project. Here's where we're gonna be sorting all the items into the chests. And yes, we probably really do need all these chests, all completely filled with shulker boxes. All of them also being full. These are gonna be 40 double chests full of shulker boxes, full of black wool. And yeah, small storage is maybe a slight understatement. This time we opted for an airship. But don't get used to our storages looking like this. Big project, big storage. But before we get started in gathering all the materials and start grinding for these millions and millions of blocks, we're gonna have to take care of a little side quest, that being schematic. Bro, it's lagging terribly. So as you can see, the schematic's already been placed, and yeah, it's hella laggy. I had to wait like 5 minutes for it to load because it was just lagging so much. And we need to take care of a little something before we can start farming all of our items. We've actually added some, well, as you can see right here, we've added some small holes to the biome. And now you're probably wondering why we have all these holes around here. You can see down to the bedrock. Well, because the workload just wasn't big enough. We decided to possibly remove 1 or 2 more bedrock layers. We have 10 lava lakes that we're going to try and add into this biome later on, or lava canyons. We're going to go ahead and remove all the bedrock out of this area, for example, cut out an entire new hole into the ceiling, and create a massive trench all the way down to the normal nether, where there'll be a huge expanse of lava lakes at the bottom. That's going to be pretty crazy, and we're not going to do that only once, but 10 times. And that's not all either. Additionally, bro, right now I'm actually realizing how insane this actually is. I'm not really sure if we can manage what I'm planning, but in addition to that, you can see here the bedrock's visible as well. That's not by mistake. We're gonna remove all the bedrock around the entire nether hub ring, everywhere, all the way around. It's gonna go all the way around the base. So we essentially have a huge crater around the entire nether base. You see, it goes all the way around. A huge crater, a massive lava canyon with like custom lava lakes. All of that. God, bro. It's gonna be insane. Let's get to the point. Our quest for now, for breaking the bedrock, is to specifically outline all of these areas. Just basically put a few blocks down around here just to show where the bedrock needs to be removed without having to constantly use the schematic because opening it lags heavily. So we're just gonna outline this real quick. Quick being the operative word, because this took me almost an hour. Yo, that pit around the base is actually way bigger than I thought it would be. But it does look pretty sick. I think it really adds a bit more depth to the biome, having these huge canyons all over. It's just as if it's not just superficially built on top, but actually instead goes deep down into the nether. But of course, that is gonna mean a little bit more work. Quite a bit more work actually, bro. Bedrock breaking feels like just as much work as farming all these materials. And so for that reason, we're gonna divide the work a bit this time. We are going to split up into 3 teams. Team 1, the Bedrock Breakers. This team will be working around the clock over the next few weeks, breaking bedrock and creating huge holes in the nether ceiling in the marked areas. That's going to require building a large number of bedrock breaking machines, and things often go wrong during that. Attempt number 2. Bro, what's going on? Alright, let's get it. Oh my god, I think it works. Yes! Okay, it's working. Wait, no, it's not! What are you doing? So especially our redstoners are in this team. Team 2, the Builders. We're gonna need countless more elements and structures for the Mega Biome, which will later be distributed throughout the entire biome. And for that purpose, our builders are currently already designing a huge range of building assets, which we will then farm and recreate in the survival mode, just like the terrain. And Team 3, of course, the Farmers. They're going to be farming for hours, days, and weeks until we have the 10 million blocks from our material list. And we're going to have to build some new farms on a completely new level to achieve that. Team 3 will be my team. So here's the bedrock breaking team. We have Queeper, Phoenix, Max the Cat, and Torion, and they'll be breaking bedrock. Some of this stuff's been prepared already as well. They are gonna keep building bedrock breakers and dealing with all of these lava lakes, you know, removing all of this stuff, which I think is gonna be a huge amount of work, so that's why we got 4 people dedicated solely to this for the next few weeks, to remove all this bedrock. So, the first item we're gonna go ahead and farm is black concrete powder. 2.2 million black concrete powder. And for that item, we are going to build a new concrete duper. So right here you can see this is our old concrete duper. Sayonara. And right here in this space is where we're gonna set up our new concrete duper. I'd say a significant upgrade from our old one. The old one produced, I think, just about 200,000 per hour, and our new concrete duper is gonna make about 600,000. That's 3 times the amount per hour. It's probably gonna look pretty sick too. It's probably gonna come out like out of a gun in the end. The one we had was already pretty fast. That's what we'll set up here now. We're gonna need to gather a couple materials. 3,500 items. Okay, all the items are here. Before we can start building the concrete duper, as you can see, we got the schematic up in here as well. We're gonna have to do one small thing. This is all located on the end island. We also have the end side here, where all the concrete is then extracted and sorted afterwards. Bro, this is a couple sizes bigger than we had before. I'm pretty pumped to see how this works. But before that, we're just gonna tidy everything up here a little bit. I don't really think it looks too nice. So then I would say we should go ahead and dismantle every little block behind this red line right here and make room for our new concrete duper. And I think whipping up a beacon would make sense. And after 2 hours of dismantling the end island, we could finally build our new concrete duper. And because that still just wasn't enough for us, whoa, we're finished. So I'd say let's fire this bad boy up and test our new concrete duper. Bro, I think we maybe overdid it, but things are looking a little bit better here now. And I also don't have the problem anymore of not finding this thing. Before I always ended up in some portal up here and I was like, okay, where's the hole? Where do I get down? But now you definitely can't miss it so easily. Now, as you can see, we have something of a large interface. We no longer have to go down and swap the blocks at the bottom of the portal as we had to do before. Now we have a proper machine. Yo, like it's indicated. And when I click this lever, hopefully the machine won't explode. Here's TNT. It is possible for everything to go up in flames now. Let's hope not. 3, 2, 1. God, just please work. Oh, something's moving. Still pretty quiet so far. I'm also kind of scared that, oh, okay. Bro, I'm so scared. All this TNT. Okay. I think it works. Yep, it works. Bro, it just looks so scary. Okay, and apparently we should be able to go through that portal too, but I'm definitely not gonna go in there. Who wants to be the test subject? Who dares to go through? Oh my god. Okay, I'll do it. Let's go. Yo, what is this? Bro, that's way faster. Yeah, so this definitely looks a little bit faster than what we had before. That's crazy. At this speed, we can now produce all of these blocks as seen in the overworld, and all it takes is a push of a button. Yeah, cool, it works. The first 6 shulkers of gray concrete. Wow, and here's the 7th. So we're producing about 10,000 items per minute here. So that means almost every 10 seconds, a new shulker comes in completely loaded with items. Bro, this is actually wild. But if you already think that is super insane, then you're not ready for what we're gonna build later. Because in this video, among other things, we're gonna build our most insane farm ever, which will literally harvest the entire Minecraft world. And if you're not on game, then trust me, you won't believe your eyes. Also go ahead and turn off the duper again. We don't even want gray concrete, we need black concrete powder. We just did some of the gray concrete because the bedrock breakers needed a little bit more of it. black concrete powder, and so we should get our 2.2 million black concrete powder pretty quickly like this. Bro, this thing's really gonna do it in like a couple hours. Well, at least unless the server crashes and we have to rebuild everything again. I kinda got a feeling we're gonna have to do this a couple times in the future. And while the concrete duper is up and running again, we can go and check out the bedrock breakers in the meantime. Yeah, but we can just go pop over and see what's going on with the bedrock breakers, okay? Dude. Oh, the last layer I came just in time. Let's go. Man, look at this. They're really grinding here. And we're gonna need like 10 of these holes, plus the ones over there in the middle. And I think this isn't even the only one that's finished yet. Okay, oh, yep, that's the second. Damn. The ice tracks need to be removed here so the bedrock can be cleared away and the machine can properly run through. And you can see how fast it's going here. It's literally being removed by the second and it still takes this long. Dude, I gotta say, now I can really picture all this going down. I think it looks pretty cool. 4 construction sites currently around the base, concrete duper, and the others are even still working on the design for the biome. We're really living the ultimate progress. Now, I don't know how much, but it does look like we really have enough now. I mean, look at all these chests. 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24... Yeah, that'll be enough. Just these 24 double chests alone, like completely full of shulkers and completely filled with black concrete powder, are 2.2 million. And we still even have more in the storage up front. But the annoying thing is, it kind of feels like transporting all these items takes longer than producing them. Because now we're going to take all these shulkers to the airship. Okay, the chests are all filled. 26 double chests full of shulkers, full of black concrete powder. And with that, we ticked off our first block of our wall. 2.2 million black concrete powder, done. And before we go ahead and tackle the next big item, which will require another 1,000,000 blocks, I wanted to make a quick detour to the clay farm and the bartering farm since we still need 200,000 mud and 350,000 blackstone. Ridiculous that I even still mention it. We still had a ton of blackstone laying around at the bartering farm, like a couple million or something. And the clay farm's gonna run in the background for the 200,000 mud, cause it can produce not only clay but also dirt, bone meal, wood, dripstone, flowers, moss, clean stone, and yeah, obviously mud. Boom, bam, and with that we also have the cracked, polished blackstone bricks. Long name. So now we can go ahead and move on to the black wool. 3.5 million, the block that we need the most of. And in this case, we're actually in luck because we already built our huge double XL wool farm that produces up to 200,000 wool per hour. The problem is, we can go over there real quick. So usually you would think, well, with the 200,000 wool per hour that this monster produces, you should be able to get 3.5 million wool fairly quickly. The problem is, we don't actually get 200,000 wool per hour out of this thing. It's pretty much split across these different colors here. And each one of these modules produces just around 12,000 wool per hour. And that's why we had the brilliant idea to just activate the entire farm at once. Each individual module, something we've never done before, producing 200,000 wool of different colors, and then simply dye it with black dye. So that means the new quest isn't really about a new wool farm or anything, since we already built this. We're gonna have to take care of dye. And to be exact, 3.5 million black dye. And in case you're wondering what we're doing in the end right now, you've probably never heard of a wither rose farm. Because every time a wither kills a mob, it drops a wither rose. So basically 1 black dye, and we're gonna fully automate this mechanic here in the end by trapping the wither. So we dismantled a bit here. We went a little further away so we don't have to destroy our normal end gateways on the main island. But we do have to destroy this portal in there, where wither will go later and kill the snowmen, which will then later turn into wither roses. And to destroy that portal, we are going to need a mushroom. Okay, I think it worked. So now, yep, only the portal block is gone. Everything else stayed intact, luckily, and that gives us the trap for our wither. Oh, I didn't know. I always thought this was hollow. So I always thought there was no block here. Wait, do we have to remove this one too?
プレイヤーの元まで送り返す
Okay.
が238であることから、デスブロックを毎
Dude, what the hell, bro? Guys got me back in algebra class
日
here.
34個ほど消費するため、
yeah.
毎時306個以上の鉄が取れる
yeah.
アイアンファームを併設すれば
Yeah, now I
安全
get
な
it. Wall at the bottom, then the wither,
向いてい
then
れ
it
ば
goes
もう
up
安
from
全で
there.
す。
Okay, but before we spawn the wither, we're first gonna need to place an iron golem. So then the wither just goes ahead and targets the iron golem instead of focusing us, for example. Iron golem. Okay, and now the wither. Here he is. Oh wait, no, he's gonna explode, isn't he? Is it gonna break? Oh, no, it works. Let's go. And he can't hit the iron golem because he's always shooting into the bedrock. And so basically that's pretty much the entire setup for the farm. Now we just gotta take care of the technical stuff. No, wait, oh my god, we still need to get the snowman. 3, 2, 1, and go. And we're gonna need 4 of these now. Let's go. Push. Okay, so this is pretty much what we want. So the wither attacks the iron golem, and later we're also gonna have a couple more snowmen here that'll be killed off. Now we're gonna have to go ahead and build all the tech. Wait, oh, what's going on? Yo, what happened? Yo, like, what are all these snow dudes even shooting at? Like, what are they trying to hit? Endermen. Oh, great, now the first one's dead. Ah, this is pixel perfect, we gotta redo it. Well, alright, we're gonna go ahead and build a huge glass box around it. So the snow golems wanted to hit the endermen, but somehow, I guess, ended up hitting the wither and themselves at some point. Then the wither became aggro towards the snow golems, and, well, yeah, I guess their positions shifted and they were able to attack the iron golem. The farm is finished. We did it. The Wither Rose farm is up, and these are all the chests we're gonna have to fill completely. We upped the storage a little bit, and so how all this is gonna work, Fast Mover is gonna place a lot of snow blocks here, repeatedly spawning snow golems, which will then be killed by the Wither and hopefully transformed into Wither Roses, and the roses are gonna land in here. Okay, Fast Mover, place the snow blocks, and let's hope it works. Let's go, okay. Yo, this looks super satisfying. And they're instantly being shared because their pumpkin gets recycled. Did it work? I don't really know. It did not work. I really didn't notice it before, but for some reason the machine kept getting clogged with snow at the top. And then we had to keep on clearing it away, which shouldn't happen. I don't really have a clue what exactly caused it, but we then rearranged the farm a bit, and now it seems to work. Maybe we did a bit more than rearranging. Alright, this works a little differently now. Not with snowmen anymore, but with endermen. We got a huge area up here. It kind of looks crazy, but it's much, much simpler than what we had before. I'm not really sure what the problem was, but something didn't really seem to work out with the snow blocks. And now it seems to work. I guess we gotta test it out and see. Okay, everybody up on the platform. Now it has to work. Bro, this looks... And in case you're wondering where all the water and the slabs suddenly came from, it might be because we built the farm too low down, and therefore had to go ahead and spawn-proof the whole area. It could also be that we first did it with slabs, and then realized the endermen were TPing on them, so we then used water instead of doing that in the first place. We're not gonna talk about it anymore, okay? Man, we're getting frustrated with this Wither Rose farm. Like really, this just has to work now. Everybody up? Now no one's allowed to TP out. Oh yeah, I think it's working now. Endermen are falling down, those die at the Wither. That way the Wither Roses are created, and then they fall into the water. And there's a chicken. I got a feeling this chicken's gonna be in there for a while. So nice, everything's working. And then all of these chests right here should be filled. Then we should have enough. Bro, if we just would have built this right away, it would have been a matter of like 2-3 hours. Now it's taking like 3 or 4 days. Now we just need to take care of the wool. The plan was to fire up the entire wool farm, which could process like 200,000 wool per hour and let it run continuously, so it should work. Let's just have it run for a night or two, and then we should have it all. And the Wither Rose farm, if everything goes right, is gonna need like 3 or 4 days. So I would say let's just go ahead and continue. The black wool is pretty much gonna take care of itself. We're not gonna have to do much there, but we do still have a few blocks on the wall which need quite a bit of work. For example, deep slate. We got a couple of deep slate blocks, like deep slate tiles, 200,000 of those, 150,000 deep slate bricks, and another 100,000 deep slate. So that's another 500,000 deep slate blocks that we're gonna need. And this time, we will not be farming all that deep slate by hand. Yeah, we farmed 500,000 deep slate manually before. We're gonna go ahead and build something for the deep slate that we've been planning for, I guess, quite a while now. We're gonna go build a quarry for it. You might already know what a World Eater is, a gigantic machine we've built a few times before, which uses lots of small TNT modules to blast huge holes into the Minecraft world. That's how we made the giant hole for the Overworld base, and also here in the Nether a few months ago. A quarry is basically the same thing as a World Eater, except that the items aren't just blown away, but they're also being collected. Every single block in the Minecraft world is automatically blasted away, collected, and sorted into a storage area, so that in the end we have hundreds of thousands or even millions of blocks that naturally generate within the Minecraft world. It's a gigantic machine that has significantly more blocks than a World Eater. It even includes its own complete storage system, and it's pretty much the most awesome farm we ever built, so I'd say let's not waste any more time and start farming the materials for it right away. And the very first item we're gonna need for our quarry is 50,000 white concrete. That's actually already set on white concrete powder. And boom, in. Let's go. So I think like this, we're gonna get 50,000 white concrete fairly quickly. In the meantime, I went to farm a little endstone, because we're also gonna need 17,000 endstone bricks. And yeah, guys, I know. We should have just picked him up sooner. 8, 9, 10. Oh, we even got 11. Alright, so white concrete is also done. Alright, cool. Now we already got the first items for the quarry. I need to go get some more of the white concrete. At the same time, we're also farming for a storage. The others are doing that right now. TNT dupers for the explosives, and also a tunnel drill. So I'm not by myself. There are a couple more things in that. And the next item is 7,600 slime blocks. Whoa, what the heck is this? Huh? Bro, somebody upgraded this. Okay, but I think it's the same. Let's try it out. Oh yeah. Yeah, so here comes lots of snowmen, and now the lever. Okay, nice. Okay, so next up we're gonna need a shulker of packed ice. We still have some packed ice here. Yeah. Bro, you guys realize that we farmed 1,400 shulkers packed ice manually, like I'm doing here right now for the ice tracks. So that's pretty much the reason there's nothing left here. Take one biome and add another. $1,200 packed mud. You can get this here from the clay farm. And when you find out what we're farming packed mud for, you probably won't believe it. And packed mud is taken care of. Redstone, 500 soul sand, 251 oak leaves. Wait, what? Is there a lava lake under the ice track? Oh yeah, here. Here's the outline. The ice tracks that we built here in 2 weeks after endless ice farming are now being dismantled again, so we can remove the bedrock here. All of this is gonna have to be rebuilt as well. Up here too. Imagine we'll just leave it like this. Then you take a boat out here, and just like that, you're out here in the middle of the nether. Clay, let's go. And... hey! Wait, that wasn't my terracotta? Oh, now it's coming. Yas. So white terracotta, and then 171 buckets of water. That's gonna be for the water streams in the quarry, where all the items are gonna keep accumulating. Yo, think these are enough buckets? You think we might need a little more? Let's go. So no blocks. TNT 42. Stone brick stairs, cobblestone wall. And the last item we're gonna need is 43 dead tube coral fans. And I know exactly where we're gonna go for that. Wow. Anyone who remembers this place is a true legend. And 1 stack dead. Wait, these aren't dead. And with that, we've finally completed the last of the items, and now we can go back to the storage. And I also think we're actually completely finished now. Here we got all the items from the storage. Here's what we got for the TNT duper and for the tunnel drill. The others were farming too in the meantime. So now that means we can finally start building the quarry. So we went off to find the perfect spot for this machine. That's the most important part, as it naturally determines which blocks we'll get out of it later on, and what additional effort we'll possibly have to put in. But we already had an idea of where we wanted to go with it. Oh, there, my god. There it is. Let's go. Okay, now the question is, if we've already farmed here before, we're gonna have to go into the caves and check and see if there's any more raw gold laying around there. Since we farmed a lot of raw gold on several occasions, and the idea of building a quarry came up repeatedly, we really wanted to build it in this biome. Because Badlands biomes have significantly more gold, which we could potentially use later for raw gold blocks, for the lava lakes for example. Furthermore, there's lots of terracotta here, and generally quite a wide variety of blocks. The terrain is also rather high on average, so it's a perfect place for a quarry if you want to get a lot of blocks. Right, so let's go ahead and put up all the chests here. We do have a lot of shulkers that we need to line up first. We really already brought everything with us, so we can go ahead and prep a couple of things first. So before we start the quarry, there's a whole lot of things we should prep, just like with a world eater. Now I'm gonna go ahead and mark the area we want to build it in so we can see it a little better. Alright, and this is the area we're gonna completely remove. 250 by 250. And this time, we're gonna collect every single block that's in here. I'm looking forward to see how much raw gold we'll find here. And the plan now is, we're gonna have to build a huge hole now to place the quarry in. The thing's kind of like a world eater, but it just explodes a little differently, not from above, but from the side, so vertically. So it's just gonna keep removing materials from the Minecraft world in a cross section. So that's why we first need to make a large, like an elongated hole here where the line is, where we can then install it in. Three, 2, 1, let's go. Oh, it works. 4 TNT dupers. They should now boom a big trench down there. It should take a little while. And that trench is where we're gonna build the quarry in. You can see it sets itself down. Now it's 1 block further down. And so little by little, he'll get closer to the ground until he'll start removing the first blocks. So actually, there's not really much for us to do right now. We could also track the time and see how long it takes. Then I guess we'll know how long to expect until he removes the blocks. And go. The clock's ticking. How long will it take it to get to the other side? Each time he crosses to the other side, he lowers his position by 1 block. Okay, he's here. So just about 1.5 minutes per block. And we got 200 blocks, so that means 200 times 1.5. Great calculation, math genius. Okay, so 5 hours is what it'll take to get to the bedrock. That is kind of long. And because we obviously don't want to wait for 5 hours, we're gonna start on the huge tunnel under the area in the meantime. Since the machine collects everything, part of the quarry goes under the Minecraft world and essentially travels a bit ahead at a time. Therefore, the entire area where the quarry will later travel needs to be excavated to a depth of -50. And for that, we're gonna use this huge tunnel boring machine. The tunnel has been dug out. Yo, look at that. We just dug all this out by hand. We're gonna have to leave a little bit of deep slate over it, guys. This area will now be completely extended across the entire surface by this drill. And now it's gonna blow everything up in that direction. I hope there's enough room for the TNT so the thing doesn't just blow itself up. So after this is activated, it's gonna go ahead and shoot all of its TNT forward. And if we click this here, it's gonna run continuously. Let's start with that. Okay, let's go. TNT. Oh, yeah. Okay, it worked. Let's go. Now it's just gonna keep running. Yeah. Oh wait, watch out, watch out. There's water. Oh my god. Yeah, okay, so if water comes, we're gonna have to remove it. Or when gravel falls from above, and lava and stuff. And yeah, the ancient city isn't exactly ideal either. Yep, folks, you heard correctly. We actually have an entire ancient city in the middle of our area. Oh my god. Oh my god, there's an ancient city in here. Bro, we really just picked the exact area where there's an ancient city. And here's the portal. Yeah, okay, we're definitely gonna have to remove it. Well, we're gonna have to check it anyways when we run the quarry again. We're gonna have to remove all the blocks, like obsidian, and also the portal blocks here as well. But bro, I mean, as if there's really an ancient city. But I mean, just of course in this area, there's an ancient city. So we're always gonna need somebody everywhere to make sure everything runs smoothly, whether like water or gravel or something is coming out. Bro, but this actually works pretty well. In fact, you can really just clear everything out of such a huge area. Oh, there's a deep dark. Oh, bro, but this isn't really gonna... Oh, wait, water, water, water. Turn it off. And if there's water here... Oh, that's a shrieker. And so if water's here, then... Oh, warden. Let's just get all the water out and then we'll activate it again. Wait, I can't remove it. And one more time. Yo, quick, it's coming! Bro, this is so dumb. Yo, let him here. My god. You guys get him? My god, dude. Bro, this is so annoying. It's gonna happen a few more times. Yeah, I was definitely right about that. The only question is drilling holes through the ancient city worse for the warden? Or for us? Oh my god. Fast mover. Eric too? What are you doing? 2 people died at the same time. Now this warden's in for a surprise. Revenge. Oh my god. What? Still alive? Bro. Alright, come through here, come through here. Come through, come through. Go through, keep going. Yes! We got him, right? Wait, what? He's still alive. Brother, I don't have any TNT anymore. Dead. Yeah. For us. It's worse for us. So, what's going on here? Okay. The TNT duper is done. And the tunnel drill as well. Okay. Bro, look at this. We just dug out a huge area underneath, all with that tunnel boring machine. Bro, the whole ancient city is gone. Just pretty much completely cleared out. And you can see, oh wait, what is that? Is it on? Right, because we also need trenches on the side, and this is apparently a special TNT duper. And it apparently also removes water. And that thing really makes these completely smooth walls here. Wait, how does this even work? Oh, okay, so there it is. Damn. All of these blocks here are getting pushed upwards by the pistons. Man, this is straight up like a conveyor belt. Huh, damn. Never seen that before. Well, alright, then let's just let that run. It definitely looks pretty interesting. So, then now we have our big trench right here, minus 54. Not quite to the bedrock, but it doesn't need to. And here is where we're gonna build the quarry in. Alright, so the last block. And with that, we are finished building the quarry. The machine is up and running. And now you can also see what we needed the packed mud blocks for. Everything's set up, and it should also work now. But before we can start the quarry, there's one last important thing we have to prepare. Because there is one major catch. As soon as even a single block gets in the way of the quarry that can't be moved, everything breaks. That applies to things like obsidian, ender chests, spawners, chests, skulk sensors, skulk shriekers, skulk catalysts, and even the portal blocks of the ancient city. Dude, what's this? We're really going at it here, huh? The slowest grind in Minecraft. The first blocks. 3, 2, 1, and... No, what? No! Yo, who took my block away? Yeah, so that was probably the worst place we could have built the quarry. Cause mining all those skulk sensors and stuff in all the little caves took forever. And that's despite using light medica to make finding those blocks easier. Skulk, catalyst... Dude, there's seriously fewer blocks in this area than we're gonna place in our biome. Bro, there's one single skulk catalyst here somewhere. Just a one. Where is it? Yo, I'm definitely not gonna rescan this entire terrain just for one. Alright, so the whole area's been rescanned. One single block. So, okay guys, now. There it is. There he is, this little sneaky one. Yeah. Now I know where you are. Down here on the left side. There, this is the block. I've been looking for all this time. He's just chilling here. Man, I could have just flown past here and I would have seen him. And gone. So, I'd say let's go ahead and start up this machine. After almost 20 hours of work, and with all the preparation, we can now finally turn it on. I just hope it all works. Are you guys ready for the epic launch of the sickest machine we've ever built? 3, 2, 1. Here we go! Okay, now everything is moved forward one block. That's pretty sick, because this thing basically pulls out the blocks layer by layer, which it then removes. So I think right there is still just a protective layer of white concrete. I'm not sure if he's already removing them, but you can see here that it's pretty much creating a gap. Water will then flow down there, removing only one layer at a time. Now you can see it. The water's flowing down, and now it's flowing behind the blocks that are being pushed out. And as I said, now that's just the white concrete. Now it started, I think. Yep, here we go. The machine is hurling TNT, just like a world eater, destroying only this layer of blocks. that have just been pushed out. And for now, it's just the white concrete. As you can see, they're going down into the water stream here. Now we just have to wait for it to reach the top and the whole process starts again. And we want to have this entire area once we're finished. Kind of feels weird to say that. So this thing here is seriously the ultimate Minecraft farm. I really don't think you can build anything more awesome. Okay, so now it's going down. The water's also being cleared out again. Yeah, this is one of the more relaxing elevators in Minecraft, isn't it? Just a quick build to get around. Yo, wait, what's this? Oh no, something broke. No, bro. Did somebody just place a block? Are we looking, everything good again? Okay. And there they come, the first blocks. Stone and everything is falling down. It's raining blocks. Yo, look at how they're getting shot by this way. Here you can see it. The blocks are flowing along the side all the way up to the front because there's a nether portal here. The blocks are being transported across the nether simply because it's just a shorter distance. And then they go through another portal, finally landing in this massive storage. Let's go. And here we go. Our first deep slate blocks are getting blasted away. Maybe not the first, but... Oh no, the glow squid. Oh, there it is. I also wanted to show you this real quick. Some gravel just fell down here because some of the blocks are being updated right now. And that's exactly why we started removing all this stuff with our tunnel boring machine. Because gravel can fall down here too. And there are slabs here. And if gravel falls on them, you'll see it drops. And so if that weren't the case, like a little further ahead and beneath, like little gravel mounds would start accumulating here. And then all of these flying machines and stuff would just stop. And then sooner or later, the whole machine would just break down. Oh, let's go. First deep slate shulker. And now, oh my god, the second. Okay. It's just so many blocks coming in such a short time. 10,000 blocks per layer. The connection just went out. We had a couple of problems, but now... Oh my... Dude, 5? 6? And I think up here, like right here, yeah, this is where we're gathering all the other stuff. Andesite, diorite, granite, terracotta, copper. Pretty crazy. Yo, these mine carts, dude. Bro, I don't really have a single clue what all this is. I'm complete noob. I feel like I'm in some kind of amusement park. Yo. It's not even like that many of them falling down from one spot. But if you take a look at the stream, bro, they're downright speeding across. I could probably just stay here and watch for like another hour or two. It's just so satisfying. Yep, guys, what you just saw was an 8-hour time lapse. When we joined the server the next morning, we had to realize just how slow this thing actually is, and that the query only managed to get through 50 blocks overnight, in 8 hours. Nevertheless, we really wanted to take another look inside the storage to see how much longer the query would need for the deep slate. And one thing was certain, no matter how much is in these chests, we're definitely firing up this baby again. How much deep slate did we get? Okay, I kind of assumed this chest would be full. It's probably also a little bit more. Let's set up a few chests real quick. Okay, two double chests. Bro, one double chest is 95,000 items. So this is almost 200,000 deep slate. 300,000 deep slate? And even more? Bro, what is going on? Yo, you guys seen this? These are all shulkers filled with deep slate blocks you would otherwise have to farm manually. Bro, and it's still coming. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yo, we've got enough, right? That was it? All right, let me do the math. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, right here is enough deep slate in just 8 hours. Bro, I never would have thought that just with the query running 50 blocks, we'd get over 500,000 deep slate. Brother. That's wild. But of course, deep slate isn't the only block we've gotten. Additionally, we got all of these blocks as well. in one night in just 8 hours without really doing much of anything for it. Bro, I think we're definitely going to be using this more often in the future. But since it would be a bit anticlimactic to stop the query here, and since we've only used up 50 blocks of our previously prepped area, we're gonna let this bad boy run a second time. This time for a full 24 hours, so 3 times as long, and then we'll see how much deep slate we have. The query is finished a second time, and now we have a huge pit. Wow. It did get stuck briefly in between, which is why the time-lapse didn't go as far as this, but now we have a bit more deep slate, and of course the other blocks as well, and I'm curious to see how much exactly we got the second time around. Bro, I don't even know what we're gonna do with all this deep slate. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, over 16 complete double chests full of deep slate, and that would be, with these shulkers here, pretty exactly 1.5 million deep slate, which we now just got additionally. So in total, this query produced us over 2 million deep slate. That's insane. Bro, in a couple of days. And here you can see how many blocks we got from the query in total. Almost 3.6 million blocks. And actually there would have even been a bit more, but something broke down at the storage for a while, which is why a few 100,000 blocks went missing. But oh well, no big deal. I don't really know what we're gonna do with all these blocks anyways. Feel free to write in the comments what you guys would build with so many blocks. Okay, deep slate is in. All of these chests are filled. Nice. And look, our wall isn't really that full anymore. And we don't really have that many things left to do, to be exact. Just one single block is left that we need to farm, and we're kind of afraid of that. And that being this block right here. 9,800 deep slate coal ore. In case you don't know what deep slate coal ore is I believe, the second rarest block you can get in Minecraft. The only thing even rarer than that is deep slate emerald ore. But what even makes deep slate coal ore so rare? If you take a look at the ore distribution in Minecraft, it quickly becomes clear that you farm diamonds all the way at the bottom, for example, iron at level 16, and coal at level 96. That's where on average these ores are most abundant, which is why they're best farmed at that particular elevation. However, the deep slate variant of coal doesn't actually exist as a separate ore source. So the only way we can imagine finding deep slate coal ore is at that tiny little peak that just barely extends into the deep slate transition zone. Because when coal ore generates in such deep depths, in rare cases they can sometimes overlap with deep slate. And yeah, that's how deep slate coal ore is formed. For comparison, in our entire query area, there were a total of 308 deep slate coal ore, and we're now gonna have to farm 10,000 of them. I'd say before we do that though, we should take care of the farms as well, because we do still have our black wool we need to harvest, and we're definitely gonna go and stop by the Wither Rose farm now too, because for those 3.5 million black wool, we turned on our Wither Rose farm a couple of days ago. So let's go check it out, and I think, well, I hope we'll have enough now. Okay, what's going on here? It's definitely looking, bro, that chicken is still here. Bro, it's been in the water for like a week now. How many Wither Roses did we get? 1 double chest, 2 double chests, 3, 4, 15, 16, 17, 35, 36, 37, 30, 37. That's 3.4 million, and that should just barely be enough, because if we do it with a wool farm, we'll also be producing a 1/16 of the black wool directly, so it should work out. Bro, I was about to say, I just thought it wouldn't be enough because it's been running for almost a week now, but we got it. And I'm just now realizing, how the hell are we supposed to get all these chakras to the overworld? Yeah, we had to fly a couple of times. To be exact, over 60 trips back and forth, thousands of blocks through the end, nether, and overworld, and that took us over 2 hours, just flying around. And so that we can recraft the almost 2,000 shulkers of wither roses, we obviously need the wool first. And then you'll understand why I absolutely wanted to do this now before we go farm deep slate coal ore, because that's kind of a background task while all the farms are running. Yeah, right. When farming 10,000 deep slate coal ore is a background task. We now have 3.5 million wool left on our list, which we can get from our wool farm. 2.3 million cobblestone and 60,000 cleanstone will farm AFK with our cobblestone generator. 500,000 coal blocks will be produced by our huge wither skeleton farm we built back then. And for the 500,000 black concrete, we built that concrete duper a few weeks ago. From now on, we're gonna let all these farms run in the background so we can now devote our full attention to what is perhaps the most time-consuming part in the material list, and the last block of the biome, 10,000 deep slate coal ore. Men, are you ready for the ultimate deep slate coal ore grind? We'll have to farm 10,000 of the second rarest ore in Minecraft. The 5 of us are gonna take care of that. Meanwhile, the bedrock breakers are still running, and we're also still designing a bit. The designers are also almost done, so we'll be reunited soon. And now we are gonna get started on this block. Okay, so I'd say let's just do it like this. We all split up and flew into different directions to farm. Now I'm gonna time how long it takes me to find my first deep slate coal ore, to find the first source. Cause I guess we can then get a rough idea of how crazy it really is. I mean, I don't really know, dude. It's possible I could look around for an hour and find nothing. So timer starts now. Now let's see how long it's gonna take me to find one single deep slate coal ore. I still really don't know the best way of doing this yet. I'm curious to see how much I'm gonna get after an hour. So the problem is, ideally I would always need to have caves. So I'm just gonna try it out here in the water caves first. I'm always gonna need the caves that are actually also at deep slate level, right on like the edge in the best case. Like here, for example, here we got a trench, here is deep slate. So this is exactly what we're gonna take a look at. So this is exactly the point. There could be one anywhere here. Okay, wait a second, let me actually get my Riptide Trident. Now I'm a little bit faster. Oh, wait, I think I saw some coal? No. Okay, just at the 3-minute mark, nothing yet. Oh my god! Bro, I swear I didn't know. Oh my god, now you're gonna think I had the coordinates. What? Here we go. Bro, I thought I'd be looking for an hour. Here it is, the first deep slate coal ore officially mined by me. As you can see, we actually got quite a few, my god. I guess that's a good thing. The coal areas are usually pretty big. So I guess if it keeps on like this, it's gonna be pretty easy, huh, guys? I could actually go ahead and try and strip mine. Yeah, okay. Yeah, you can find a cave here. Well, here, let's go. And there too. And if you even find something enclosed like this at this depth, you can get even more out of it because you don't lose anything to the cave. So if I find something here, it could definitely be a little bit more. Dude, I mean, maybe I'm having a little bit too much luck now. Bro, is somebody here in like creative or something? Bro. Yo, what? Yo! Guys, I swear, I don't have like an X-ray or something running on my second monitor. I promise. Bro, I got 31. I have half a stack already. After 20 minutes. Yeah, so that definitely wouldn't stay like that. I can spoil that much already. So that I really can't miss any deep slate coal ore from now on, and since the block is already pretty inconspicuous from a distance, I created a small overlay for myself to make the ores a little bit easier to see. Bro, this is so dumb. This is the texture pack, guys. You think it'll make the ores easier to see? Yeah, so I really couldn't make it any more noticeable. And maybe you're wondering how I did it, how I created a special animation. Yo, peep this. This texture pack is completely AI generated. I just asked Claude AI to make me a texture pack for deep slate coal ore, and this is 100%. Bro, we're living in the future. I just wrote one thing for AI, and it simply did it for me. Just to download it right away. That's wild. Another cave? Come on, man, give me something. Man, diamonds. I don't need diamonds. I need coal. Okay, there's an ocean. Yo, look at this. I can already see from here, because the chunks aren't loading properly, through the caves. You guys think it would be a valid farming method to do it like this? Yo, I really found one. There's one right here. Yo, is it really cheating if I go get it? Well, strangely enough, after installing the texture pack, I found significantly less. And there were periods of up to 30 minutes where I didn't even find a single ore. At some point, it also stopped being about how often you find some. Oh, here's some. It was more about who found the most ores at once. Bro, I don't even know how I found so much at the beginning by strip mining. And now it's, wait, what the heck is this? Crazy water cave. This has to be the biggest water cave in Minecraft. Oh my god, and now we got some, okay. Oh my god, that's a lot. This is a lot. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay, I thought it was a bit more, but 16 was a new record for me at least. The overall record right now is 26. 26, that's still a mystery to me, bro. Like, how can you find 20s? I can't even believe it. So after over 2 hours, or pretty exactly 2 hours actually, almost 2 stacks. So I guess I'd assume, if I didn't completely mess up the last hour, we should be aiming for, I guess, around 1 stack per hour. Alright guys, let's go ahead and count our progress. We're not done yet. Probably not even halfway, but I do want to know how much we've gotten so far. So right now we're at beginning of day 3, and this is what I found so far. A little over 11 stacks, and I'm actually happy with that. We can go ahead and take turns, huh? That's probably what you want. So everyone in a line, no cutting. You guys like, what are you doing? Maybe just try and manage to get into the line at all. Okay, Eric, so how much do you get? Place it into the chest. How much do you get after 2 days of farming? Eric has the most. Dude, he's throwing stuff away. Sorry, bro. Damn, this is wild. So you can see it's just so dependent on luck, you know? Bro, you can just find a huge vein. Eric found one with like 27 blocks in one. So that's pretty much already half a stack, or you're like me and just find like 1 or 2 in the beginning. Maxi, how much do you farm? We're pumped to see. Wow, that's all? That's crazy, bro. How much does Killy have? Okay. Dude, we almost got the same amount. Look, I only have 1 more. He has 11 stacks and 8. I have 11 and 9. Now, Mangoffer, let's see it. Mangoffer didn't farm from the beginning. He was still designing a bit. But bro, that's crazy. Still got 5 stacks. Okay. So in total, we have 1.5 double chests with everyone who's farmed so far. So we already farmed half of what we need in just 2 days. Bro, 3.5 double chests of deep slate coal ore. Bro, this looks so awesome. This is seriously the most amazing chest I've ever seen in Minecraft. Such a rare block, and we have over 3 double chests of it. And also, in not even that long, the whole process took us like 5 days now. And with that, we can now also take down this sign. Deep slate coal ore, check. And now we're pretty much done with the materials now. All the blocks that are left on our list are the ones that we're actually going to get through our farms. We can actually go ahead to the bedrock breakers, see how they're doing. What's this? We done here? No. It's still running. Oh, it's also on this. Oh my god, bro. They had to dismantle some of the ring here. Now it makes sense why they're not done yet. Man, I was about to say. So, the bedrock breakers aren't quite finished yet. The builders are done, the building team. We're almost done as well, just have a couple last farms running. The bedrock breakers are a little bit behind. And yeah, just need to run a couple more bedrock breakers. But also need to dismantle and rebuild a couple of things. Like constantly having to take apart the ice tracks. Or even here, like dismantling parts of the ring. That always takes quite a while, so we're gonna go ahead and help them out the next few days maybe, so we can get it done. We're also gonna have to rebuild all these ice tracks. So maybe we could have positioned the lava lakes a little bit smarter. I kind of feel like every single lake is located where there's one of our ice tracks. Oh well. Dude, I think it looks pretty sick though. All these holes in the bedrock, you just don't realize how much work it is. It really took them just as long as it took us to get all the materials. They're still at it over here. And then we have to go there and over here. So I guess that means they're gonna take a little bit longer. But in a few days it should be ready once the bedrock breakers are finished and we have all the materials in our storage and all the farms are done running. And then we can actually start building this biome. And so another whole week passed during which we did all the boring but also very important stuff. Besides all the farms that were still running, we also had to transport the 3.5 million wool from the wool farm. Bleetus. Yeah, come on, bro. This is a good pace. Mexicat. Bleetus. Mexicat. Bleetus. Maxi Schmaxi. Max saying you a silly one. What kind of ender pearl is that? You put your own in there? Bros. Bro, why are you taking your own pearls? Dude, how bad can you screw up? We recrafted 2,000 Shulker's Wither Roses into dye, which looked like this the whole time. And still took us over 2 hours. At one point, there were so many Wither Roses lying on the ground that even the piston in the Shulker loader got fed up. And then we did the same thing again with the wool, which took us even longer to craft because they all had different colors. Wow, I'm glad I wasn't there on that day. We also had to dismantle some large sections of the nether base and the ice tracks again because we needed more room for the bedrock breakers, and that was absolutely zero fun at all. Bro, we basically just dismantled what we'd spent hours of building, only for us to rebuild it all over again. And because we lost some of the materials while taking it apart, it was really annoying having to keep getting more of them. So, all in all, a pretty uneventful week, and at this point we've been working on this project for almost a month and a half now, and we haven't even started building yet. But once all the farms were finally finished, we'd crafted, transported, and sorted in all the items, and every single piece of the ice tracks were rebuilt, there was only one last thing for us to do. Taking off all these signs, and with that, we have all of our items here in our storage. Everything's been farmed, the chests are full. The bedrock breaker holes, they are also all done. And now, we can finally start building the biome. Bro, but somebody's still missing. What's with all these sounds, man? I'm kidding.
Yes.
Bro, I think somebody just shot themselves. Men, are you ready for the biggest construction project we've ever had? 10 million blocks. Are you ready? Time to grind. Are you guys ready to grind for hours, days, or even weeks on this project? Now everybody say hooray. 3, 2, 1. Hooray! The first quarter of the schematic has already been pasted in. I went ahead and divided the large biome schematic into 4 parts, cause I mean bro, it's just lagging like crazy. So there's no other way. Even Light Medica is reaching its limits with what we're doing here. And here you can also see it, exactly where the lava lakes are located. We made little cuts throughout the biome. Now I can actually check if everything's correct. Like here. Oh no, this, what's that? This definitely has to go. But yeah, now we can finally get started. Alright guys, go ahead and grab all the materials. We're gonna grab a whole lot of wool. That's what we need the most of. Then a little black concrete powder, cobblestone for support, and charcoal blocks. Now all my inventory is already full, and I think all these shulkers are gonna be gone pretty quickly. This is gonna be a little bit tricky anyways, because we can't just build it exactly as it is, you know, because we're building in layer mode. That means it looks a little bit different. So if you look here, this is how we're gonna raise it up. That means we really only have this outline here for now, and then we'll gradually work our way up from there. And in some places you would already see it coming out, but we're gonna leave that alone for now. So we're gonna start on this side for now and take care of this first. As you can see in Let Medicate Easy Place, it's way more chill to place these blocks, because with that, the correct block is already always selected and automatically pulled into the hotbar. And we also have, as you can see in the right hand side of my screen, a scoreboard where you can track how many blocks each player has placed. So now I'm looking forward to finding out who will be the one that's placed the most blocks at the end. So of course I'm gonna do my best and try and finish in first place. Right now I'm in last place, but that will hopefully change. This is really gonna take the next few hours, days, or probably even weeks. I don't really know. Bro, like this might as well be like a matter of 1 or 2 weeks for the entire terrain. Or it could just as well take us 2 months. We'll find out sooner or later. But there are a lot of us, and we really can't do it any faster or more efficient than we're doing it right now. Oh no, look, this sucks. Sometimes I guess it's like this, that under the, wait a minute. There is cobblestone. Wait, who didn't place it? But here you can see it sometimes, that's why we haven't placed it yet. I made a small mistake with the terrain. I accidentally deleted the bottom layer of the entire biome. Yeah, so that's why the support blocks are missing. We'll just have to fix that later. But we're gonna add all the lava lakes later on anyways. So for now, let's just leave out the rocks and just build the terrain. We're gonna slowly expand from the center to the biome's interior. And yeah, we'll just keep that on and see how far we get today. Yo, this looks so sick. I mean, look at this. Now you'd think we have half of it done, but not really. Cause see, now it keeps getting wider. But I think it's starting to look pretty tough now. I mean, of course, all the rocks are still missing here, but we're at the end of day 1. The first day is over. So the first 4.5 hours are done in which we've been placing blocks. And bro, just take a look at this scoreboard. In first place is Fast Mover with 83,000 blocks. I myself only managed to get third place with 76,000. Bro, we placed all this in just 4 hours. Now let's go take a look at everything from above. I haven't done that yet. That's the progress. We could actually add up the scores. Okay, let me actually be exact. Okay, this is actually a scary number. 666,000 blocks. If you only consider the scoreboard, there still are 10 more places missing that just aren't displayed. Bro, this is the most insane grind we've ever had. For like 4.5 hours now, we had about 13 or 14 people on the server simultaneously. for hours. And now, for example, Fast Mover, who is in first place today, with his 83,000 blocks placed, has already placed 0.83% of the entire biome by himself. Eric too, I covered 0.76% of the entire biome in one day in 4 hours. So now you can see it there again, officially on the scoreboard. It's been updated. 856,000 blocks. That's just insane. If you break it down, it's 3,500 blocks per minute in the span of 4 hours. And we've reached the end of day 2. So 1.7 million blocks we placed in total, or pretty much almost a million more blocks than we had yesterday in just one day. And now, as you can see, I've also moved up to second place with 150,000. Now that's what I would call a successful day. And it continued just as successfully. We're currently placing almost a million blocks per day. And if we keep it up like this, the terrain shouldn't be a major obstacle for us. Still, the immediate priority is to maintain this extreme level of effort, where almost 15 of us are simultaneously placing blocks for hours every day for the estimated next 2 weeks. Because once we start to let up, it'll become virtually impossible to finish this up in the foreseeable future. I mean, you can see it on the scoreboard alone, how little a single player contributes compared to the overall total. We can only achieve this if everyone grinds hard. And that's not as easy as you might think. Dude, we're so many in one spot. Oh, last block. Let's go. The first quarter has been completed. And in the end, it will all form a really nice, huge circle. 2.1 million blocks, and we're not quite finished yet. Because of course there are still some rocks to add. Those are gonna add another 250,000 blocks on top. Bro, this is really crazy. Just the way how small you feel flying over here, just because it takes so long. And just after 3 days, we're done with the entire terrain of the first quarter. And how do we continue? We're gonna put our shulkers away for now and get some coal. Actually, let me just get a chest. We're gonna need it again anyways. All right, so I'm just gonna put my items like right here. Then I can just easily take them, because now we're gonna need completely different blocks. We're doing the rocks now. We haven't done those yet on purpose. So that means now we're gonna need some mud, a couple of shulkers of everything, blackstone, deep slate bricks, blackstone bricks, regular deep slate coal ore. And bro, really important now that none of this gets lost or falls into the void, or that nobody dies or anything, because these are valuable blocks. And now we're gonna use all these items to build up our rocks. Again, layer by layer. And I don't think these rocks should take too long. It's really only like 300,000 blocks now. I mean, that's nothing. That's placed pretty quickly. Okay, so let's get a good bird's eye view of all this. Yeah. Bro, this is really just the first quarter. 25% of it has been placed. Wow. Bro, it does look pretty sick. With the rocks, they actually add a lot to this. And I think with the bones, it's gonna look really impressive too, because then the area is gonna be way more filled. But yeah, just after about 4 days, we finished up the first quarter. So let's keep going. And here is our next quarter we're gonna build now. Bro, this is actually crazy. After building non-stop for 4 days straight, completely focused on grinding, we now continue and we're gonna have to do this 3 more times. So guys, let's keep grinding. Let's go. Now, how many hours did we actually take? We can check in Discord. 10 hours and 15, yeah. So I guess 25 hours for 1 quarter. That's 100 hours for the whole biome. That's doable. And I need to hold on to my first place now. Let's see how the final ranking will be at the end when we're done. I've already managed to place pretty much exactly 250,000 blocks. Bro, I just need to reach the 1 million mark by the end. So my goal now is to get 250,000 in each quarter. I did it last time. If I manage that again, I should have 500k. Alright, we done? I think we are. As you guys can see on the scoreboard, we have 4.95 million blocks. Bro, I've been online for 13 hours and I've been placing blocks for 12. Should I go and touch grass? Unfortunately, I wasn't able to catch up on the scoreboard. As you can see, Torian is in first place with 500,000 blocks. I have 480k. Sadly, I didn't manage to break the 500,000 mark. Just look at this. This is actually crazy. I mean, you guys do realize that this thing in the middle, you know, this tiny little thing here, is the biggest nether base in all of Minecraft. And we're really building this biome. And the thing is, we're only halfway there. We've been absolutely grinding for 8 days, for hours, every day. Today, 12 hours. Bro, I didn't do anything else today. I woke up today, ate something, and played Minecraft from morning till night. And that's pretty much been going on every day for like a week now, for also pretty much everybody here on the scoreboard. That's absolutely insane. So, this was 50% of our biome. Another 5 million blocks are waiting for us. And now, let's continue with the second half.